lies. He teaches lies. Slavery is good. Teaches lies. But you got the Holy Spirit, that great comforter that will teach us all things. And that's all we got. But the devil still has an advantage because we can't see what's going on in the spiritual realm. We can't see the root of the problem. That's why we need discernment of spirit, be able to see what's going on. But you are the father, and the father sat down with his son, and that's what we all have to do, sit down with our children and explain to them, this is how our family got here. Where there's wealthy, where there's plague with addiction, where there's sickness, where there's poverty. This is how what's the root of the problem? Because you can't save this tree if you don't know the roots. If you don't know how deep that roots go. So God pray you and bless us, guys, protect us. Help us in everything, the Heavenly Father, to give us the discernment to see what the problem is, to see the curses, to see the demons, but most of all, to see God's blessing and to see the teachings of the Holy Spirit. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
The views expressed on this program are not the views of ZNS TV 13 and, by extension, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
At Bahama Boulevard, I'm Sean Innes. This is ZNS.
Your weekend news just got better. Exciting features. It's all about the feeling. It's the Northern Vibes with Raven Davis.
Good evening and welcome to Northern Vibes, your go-to show for everything arts, culture, entertainment, and so much more. I'm Raven Davis. Our next guest is a true creative force from the Bahamas. He's a singer, actor, mentor, and environmental advocate who uses his talents to inspire positive change, showing through his acts and the way he lives his life that creativity can be a powerful force for good. Born and raised on Grand Bahama, Javon Hunt is a Bahamian singer-songwriter, environmentalist, and author whose work blends creativity, community, and environmental advocacy. He began performing in church choirs and stage productions at the Regency Theater, including Ain't Misbehavin' and The Music Man, sparking a lifelong passion for storytelling through song. Beyond music, Javon has spent over a decade mentoring young people through programs like the Youth Environmental Ambassador Initiative and Save the Bays. In 2025, he was named a Sea Change Fellow and is a Caribbean Culture Fund grantee for his project Roots and Rhythms Sound the Shift, which uses music and storytelling to inspire environmental awareness. Javon is also the author of a book, continuing his mission to inspire creativity, leadership, and intentional living. Well, it's a pleasure to be here at Conservation Cove with none other than Mr. Javon Hunt. Welcome to Northern Vibes.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Now, I have to preface my conversation by saying I am a huge fan of yours. Absolutely love your song. Put it in the trash, my God.
No.
Sing a little bit. Sing a little bit.
Put it in the trash, my God. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not on the streets. Yeah.
She got it. Awesome. Now, Javon, of course, you wear many hats. Of course, you're a music artist, but you also found a way to blend your creativity with environmental stewardship. Tell us how those two passions came together for you.
At first, I was like any other artist. I just was making music according to how I felt, and I stumbled, like almost literally stumbled into conservation. And I started being a mentor for the Youth Environmental Ambassadors with Save the Bays and Waterkeepers. And through that, and through teaching them values and leadership exercises, I was like, wait a minute. I could kind of push these two together. And so I was listening to what's out there, and it was mostly cheesy, but I didn't really like it, wasn't my style. So I was like, well, I could do this. And that's how I came up with Put It in the Trash and the Mangrove Song and a couple other things, you know? So that's how that came about. The point is for this to be an outdoor learning facility. Like classrooms come here, groups come here, and we want to encourage them to grow in their backyard and bring it to their community.
But But you, of course, had a childhood rooted in
Yeah.
nature. Tell us how your childhood helped shape your love for the environment.
Well, I have older parents, and all older parents, like in the evening time, you gotta go out and weed. You gotta go in the field. And so I was always outside more than I was inside. It was only when things really changed and the internet started coming about and we get cable that I was inside more than outside.
Right.
And as I get older, I realized that these young ones, they inside. They don't know but outside.
No, they don't.
At all. So for me, I was like, no, man, we got to do something with that. And so through the leadership program, through the youth program, and being outside and doing so much stuff, I was like, I got to do something. And the got to do something was working with water keepers, was taking students out, was teaching them environmental stuff and the radio show. So it just snowballed and it became something bigger and bigger. So I stumbled, but it just took on a life of its own. Anywhere mangroves are, animals tend to flock to it.
Really?
Yes, so you'll see lizards, you'll see snails, you see bees stopping by because they just walk down it to get to the water.
Yeah.
And things
Spider.
that most people afraid of, like frogs, like you'll see a lot.
What is it about the environment that you love so much you want to relish in it?
Well, like everybody else, when I was younger, I would want it to be everywhere else but here. And when I was everywhere but here, I miss home. I miss going on the beach. I miss being outside and having fresh air. I miss having grass to walk on, you know? And so it made me feel like, nobody, I'm a Bahamian born and bred, and I need to embrace that. So that kind of led me into that, like being every place else, let me have a greater appreciation for home.
And of course, you performed in several productions, right? The
Yeah.
Lion King,
Lion
Raisin
King.
in the Sun.
Yeah.
How did you performing in those productions help you creatively?
I, believe it or not, I was shy. I had severe stage fright. So when me and my sister would go around to sing, we would end up fighting on stage everywhere we go.
Really?
Yes. And she would just stop singing and be like, you better sing. So for me, my turning point, the catalyst was, let me go someplace where I could just develop a little bit, you know? And so the Regency Theater became that for me. When they find out, oh, you could sing? Oh, you around here playing, you know? So they put me on stage and I had to develop that, you know? And which led to me getting more confidence when I go out. I still have nerves, but I just know how to deal with it.
So did you come from a family of singers? Or
Yeah, family
really?
of singers.
Oh, yeah?
Like my sisters sing. I have uncles who play instruments. You know, God rest their soul, they played instruments, and everybody was just musical. So when a family get together, somebody on the piano, somebody singing, and they can force you to sing.
And you mentioned your mentorship. Why would you say working with young people is so important to you?
It's important because someone poured into me. One of my greatest musical mentors was Gloria McGloin from the Regency Theater, and she put me through my paces. She helped me to see, like, okay, if this is what you want to do, you need to be about it. And so now when I see a lot of these young kids growing up, their mentors are all somewhere else. You know, they looking up to these celebrities when all us right here, heroes right here locally. So I just said, let me pour into you. People who are interested in doing this, let me talk to you. Let me give you put you up on game. And let me just talk to you about the environment, why I love being a Bahamian, and hopefully inspire that in them.
Definitely. And when I thought about contacting you to bring you on the show, I saw that you started the year off with your 100 Acts of Kindness movement.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is some true dedication. Why do you think as Bahamians we should just take care of the environment?
Man, listen, my old lady and my family used to always tell me, you clean up your house first, right? And like I say, I spend a lot of time outside, and outside was spent, go pick up that trash, go weed this, go do that, which I didn't even realize that was in me, you know? And so when I came out and be picking up trash, or when I come out and be just, if I see something, I'm doing it, I didn't realize that was instilled in me. So I wanted to then turn around and instill it in them, because they walking past garbage and things, like they don't see it. Like blinders on, they don't see this.
Right.
So I'd be like, hey, pick that up, let's do this. So it led me to say, one of my give backs is 100 acts of kindness, because I want to inspire people to look at what your surroundings. Take care of your environment. Like, if you don't have this island, where you going? You can't go in somebody else's country talking, but
Right.
that's yours.
Right.
You get chased home. You see what's happening now. So I really want them to have ownership. Like, to say, let me keep my place clean from Bahamian pride. Because we proud people, we good people. So I want them to be able to see your environment and say, that's mine, take ownership, and maybe you wouldn't allow, people to come here and trash it.
Right. And would you say you have been successful, with movements like that one and other initiatives that you put on? Have you been successful with inspiring other Bahamians to take care of their environment?
Man, sometimes the issue and the problem, especially with littering, seems so huge. Just today alone, we had a university group, Bonaventure University, come through, and they wanted to do something. So I had them here planting, and I was like, let's go pick up some trash. So today, for an hour, they picked up trash and it was like about 400 pounds. It's so much work sometimes I don't see the positive in it, because it just seemed like it's never-ending work. But if I could get one student to tell their parents, hey, mommy, don't throw that away, or don't do that, then I feel like that's a success. And we have been seeing that. Students come to us and parents come to us, say, "But what you teaching these children?" Because now they telling me, don't do that or don't do this. So I think it's seeping into the homes. Yeah.
And tell us about the book that you wrote.
Woo! So I wrote a book, From Stuck to Unstoppable.
Right.
It came about because I felt stuck. It was a point in my life where I felt stuck. And here I am teaching these children about building your life off of your values. And I wasn't doing that. And here I am telling them, like, okay, organize your life according to your values. Because if you say family is important, are you spending time with your family? I wasn't doing none of the values what I was teaching them about. And so I was like, let me sit down and just organize my life so that I could have a better trajectory. And that's what led to me writing this book. I ain't saying I'm perfect or got it down pat, but it did help me clean up a lot of gray areas where it was just so ambiguous. Like, how are you spending this block of time? Instead of scrolling on Instagram, my thumb hurting from scrolling so much, I was like, well, let me take that time to focus on the things that I say I want to do, like music. If I want to get better with it, I need to write more. So I started focusing that time, and I've seen a big jump in my productivity. So I figure if it could work for me, it could work for somebody else.
How many songs would you say you've written to date?
Whew.
And what is your favorite one?
See, now you're done. And I know the answer to that too. So I would say, to date, I've written at least 150 songs. A lot of that I published under my own musical group of whatever. But I also write music for Sync. Sync is music for TV and movies and all that stuff. And I work with other people. So I've written at least 80 plus songs in the past 2 years for that. And the stuff that I've released personally, I would say is maybe about 15 to 20 songs personally. And my favorite is, I'm Bahamian and proud, that's us, out loud, that light inside of me, I can be anything that I want. Yeah, so that's my favorite. That's give me goosebumps, see? That's give me goosebumps. For real, mate, that's give me goosebumps, because I write from a place of, I want to write my own experience. I don't want to talk about nothing I know nothing about. So for me, I'm Bahamian. That was me putting my stamp on. I feel like my career started at that, when I made that declaration that I'm Bahamian and proud. You know, so that's my favorite.
And of course, one of your proudest moments, you received a grant to write an environmental album. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I applied, and I figured, like, why not? Because why not? And it was to write an environmental album between me and a Caribbean partner. So my fellow partner who's helping me write this is from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So the two of us got together, and we're gonna do a 5-song album that's supposed to be released in either April or May. And so far we're really good. Like it should be soon finished. And I want y'all to help me promote the vibe.
How can we get our hands on it?
So I will send you the information. As soon as we get everything packaged up, I could send you the information and you could take it from there.
Awesome. And lastly, what is next for you?
Well, more environmental work, because I started this and now the ball is rolling and I'm getting more opportunities and networking. So I'm still writing songs for TVs and movies, got a little bit of success there. And I call myself, I am a storyteller. So telling the Bahamian story is what I will do. So that's probably next for me, other forms of telling that story.
Awesome. Thank you so much for all that you do, preserving our environment and being a proud Bahamian.
That's right. That's right.
What an inspiring conversations. It's always great to see Bahamians using their talents to make a positive impact. Well, stay with us. When we come back, we'll have news from around the north.
Step into styles at Indulgence Ladies Boutique, located in number 5B Kent Building, just 2 doors down from D's Watch Repair. They're open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., bringing you fashion for every occasion. Weddings, funerals, christenings, birthday, brunches, or just a night out. From plus size to regular, they've got the perfect fit for you. Discover handbags, perfume, body oils, fascinators, belts, and so much more. All in one place. Give them a call today at 826-0110. Indulgence Ladies Boutique, where fashion meets confidence.
Hello. What time is the flight?
No one asked us to go. Hello? Into the storm. Into the chaos. To witness devastation. No one asked us to go.
Are you ready?
Because it's the story that drives us forward, that brings truth to light, that connects us all. This is why we go.
Breaking news out of Grand Bahama. Our Raven Davis has been covering this story all day and joins us live now with the latest. Raven, what can you tell us?
Yes, Shamiko, I had a chance to speak to many of the residents, and many of them are concerned about... Welcome back. Biometric voter cards are officially here with West Grand Bahama among the first areas to benefit from the long-awaited rollout. Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson says the shift from paper records to biometric cards is part of a broader effort to modernize the electoral process and improve voter verification. Jolanda Thompson-Everest reports.
The long-anticipated biometric voter cards have officially arrived, with residents now picking them up at the Obadiah Wilcombe complex. Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson says the new cards will modernize the way Bahamians participate in elections, making it easier to verify voters and strengthening the country's electoral process.
We start out with West Grand Bahama, and we'll be moving throughout the island in the next few weeks or so.
Thompson adds that the goal was to roll out the cards as early as possible. He believes that as the general election approaches, residents will be eager to see the government's improvements in action.
You would still be able to use your purple card during the election. As you can see, the biometric cards are very beautiful, and I think every Bahamian would like to have one of those cards.
In West Grand Bahama, the cards will remain in the constituency and can be picked up at the administration office of the Parliamentary Commissioner. Administrator for West Grand Bahama, Ricardo Ferguson, praised the smooth distribution and urges residents to not delay collecting their cards.
Once the bell rings, then you find that mad dash. And so this process would eliminate that. Even though persons will still be able to use their purple card, but the process now happening gives persons an opportunity to forego that rush.
We spoke with residents who were excited to pick up their cards. Here's what they had to say.
I am very happy, excited.
I think that the biometric card is something special, and I think that's a good thing the government has done for the island.
In other news, plans for a national museum in Grand Bahama are moving forward as the Minister for Grand Bahama toured the site of the future facility. The minister says it is a space expected to blend culture, history, and community engagement.
This just adds to, those tangible things that we're seeing, tangible projects that we are seeing, projects that people, don't even realize it's happening. They see the building being, renovated, which used to be the Richie's Calypso building that so many of us are familiar with. But it's going to be an indoor and outdoor experience.
My whole focus with this is to make sure that our young people
all of our students learn about who we are so that we are always proud to be Bahamian, proud to know our roots. Switching gears now, mangrove conservation and awareness efforts are taking another leap to extend its reach throughout the country following a 2-day session with the Mangrove Action Project and Earth Care. The seminar, attended by school teachers across the island, emphasizes the importance of preserving one of nature's most versatile habitats. Speaking with founder of Earth Care, Gail Woon, she shares her appreciation for the collaborative effort and notes how vital endeavors like this one can be to future restoration projects.
We've actually been working with Mangrove Action Project on various different projects for many years, and most recently learning about how to do the restoration after Dorian. So people from Mangrove Action Project came and trained a lot of the people who are environmentally minded in the proper ways to do mangrove restoration.
Education Program Manager for Mangrove Action Project, Cassandra McDowell, invites the general public to remain involved and educated on the environmental impact left behind.
There's lots of YouTube videos and online resources. Also attending public events like beach cleanups or mangrove cleanups, or just getting out into nature and appreciating what you have locally. It is some of the most beautiful mangrove habitats I've seen. I've done a lot of traveling around the Caribbean and the world, and your mangroves are some of the clearest, most beautiful habitats I've seen on my travels. So getting out and exploring and appreciating what you guys have.
Switching gears now, some foundations are not just tested by time, but also by storms. In tonight's segment of Defying the Odds, our Sherelle Dames shares the story of a legacy rocked by a monster storm, yet stood firm in a faith that refused to wash away.
Built on a foundation of faith since the 1900s, St. Matthew's Baptist Church has long stood as the heartbeat of Pelican Point, a place where generations gathered, worshipped, and grew together. Then came a storm that tested not just a building, but a legacy. Pastor Freddie Lang shares the story.
I do see things in the prophetic, but I did not see a monster named Dorian coming through in 2019 that would nearly wipe out Pelican Point and East Grand Bahama at large. The roof was down. The walls broken in. It was just all gone. Just for a brief moment, I had to breathe in and breathe out. And I remember someone saying to me, because they could tell that I was, for that moment, an emotional wreck. And they said to me, hey, Pastor, this is God's house. God will rebuild. I was afforded the opportunity to go to Louisiana to advocate for funding as well as help in terms of manpower. There wasn't a dry eye in the room. And then after which, the Lord just made a way. Funding just started coming in.
But even with support coming in, the real strength of St. Matthew's was never found in wood or walls. It was found in its people.
Many of our people lost literally everything. Everything. And some to this day, it's about 2 houses that still has yet to rebuild. But however, we came out. We worship in a tent. We worship from cars during COVID. We worshiped in our small church hall when this building was unable for us to assemble in. We stuck together. It speaks volume of our people from the community of Pelican Point. We never give up, and they are still fighting today.
You're watching Northern Vibes. There's more after this break.
Step into styles at Indulgence Ladies Boutique, located in number 5B Kent Building, just 2 doors down from D's Watch Repair. They're open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., bringing you fashion for every occasion. Weddings, funerals, christenings, birthday, brunches, or just a night out. From plus size to regular, they've got the perfect fit for you. Discover handbags, perfume, body oils, fascinators, belt, and so much more. All in one place. Give them a call today at 826-0110. Indulgence Ladies Boutique, where fashion meets confidence.
Hello. What time is the flight?
No one asked us to go. Hello? Into the storm. Into the chaos. To witness devastation. No one asked us to go.
Are you ready?
Because it's the story that drives us forward, that brings truth to light, that connects us all. This is why we go.
Breaking news out of Grand Bahama, our Raven Davis has been covering this story all day and joins us live now with the latest. Raven, what can you tell us?
Now, Shamiko, I had a chance to speak to many of the residents, and many of them are concerned about... And that's a look at Northern Vibes. We hope today's conversation inspired you to cherish our environment, celebrate our Bahamian pride, and embrace your own creativity. I'm Raven Davis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Same time, same energy. Interested in being featured on Northern Vibes? Shoot me an email at ra.davis@znsbahamas.com.
But of course you are. But be sure to tune in every weekday at 7:30 p.m. for the Bahamas Tonight Access Now,
where we bring you the brighter side of news.
Join us for the Bahamas Tonight
Access Now, weeknights at 7:30 p.m.
Abuse, domestic violence, suicidal tendencies. Are you being stressed out from these problems? Call the national hotline at 422-2763 or 322-2763. There are trained social workers available 24 hours to help you. Know that you are not alone in this.
This public service announcement has been brought to you by the Bahamas National Trust in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
For 60 years, we have been here, the voice of the environment. Here, speaking up and for your national parks, all across the islands of this nation. The places God visits for vacation, spanning over 2.5 million acres of land and sea. How delighted then he must be to see a sea of pink, as flamingos mingle and haven like jingles play where queen counts still sleep. And if you listen, you can hear it. The words of gossiping parrots awaiting the diction of the day. All 365 of them, that's every day and every year, 15,000 children share in the beauty of this playground. Our name is yours. And we have been yours for years unnoticed. Don't forget us. Support us, your national parks, the defenders of your environment. Join us. Remember, our cause is yours. The first land and sea park in the world is yours. Heritage. Here it is. When was the last time you gasped at our scenery, gotten lost in the depth of our reefs, or even awed at the green of the leaves of our trees? Don't hesitate to donate and volunteer. Don't hesitate to care. We are here for you. The Bahamas National Trust, BNT. 3 letters that spell out simply, perfectly, and undoubtedly that we are yours.
At the Lynden Bindling International Airport, I'm Corval Pyfrom. This is ZNS.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs urging Bahamians to stay on high alert amid rising tensions in the Middle East. Plus, 2 men have died in separate stabbings in Grand Bahama, while a third remains critically injured. In sports, the country's top junior and senior golfers wrapping up competition at this year's 2026 Bahamas National School Golf Championships. The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition starts now. To the broadcast. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs urging Bahamian nationals in the Middle East to remain on high alert amid rising regional tensions. An advisory issued earlier today. Officials are advising Bahamian travelers to avoid all travel to Iran, Israel, and Palestine and Lebanon due to ongoing military activity and the risk of sudden escalation. Those currently in countries including the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, and Saudi Arabia are being advised to shelter in place, avoid large gatherings, and closely monitor official updates. The ministry also warns that flight disruptions and sudden airspace closures remain possible, and travelers should confirm flights directly with airlines before heading to any airport. Bahamian nationals needing urgent help can contact the ministry's Consular Crisis Unit. Now, travelers across the Middle East are being warned to expect major flight disruptions due to escalating regional conflict and airspace closures. Airports including Dubai International Airport, Zayed International Airport, are operating limited flights with delays and cancellations reported. Officials say Muscat International Airport may currently be the most reliable departure point, while flights from Hamad International Airport have only partially resumed. Travelers are urged not to go to the airport without a confirmed ticket and to check with their airline as conditions continue to change. Switching gears tonight, 2 fatal stabbings just hours apart in Grand Bahama have left an adult male and a 17-year-old boy dead, prompting ongoing investigations by police. Celia Roll from our Northern Service News Desk has more.
Police in Grand Bahama are investigating 2 deadly stabbing incidents that occurred just hours apart over the weekend, leaving an adult male and a 17-year-old male dead. The first incident happened late Saturday night in the 8 Mile Rock community. Police responded to reports of a stabbing at an establishment in the area where an adult male was found with stab wounds to the neck. Preliminary reports indicate that the incident stemmed from an altercation between 2 men known to each other.
Shortly before 11 p.m., police received a report of an stabbing incident in the Hellboy Town area. As a result of that, officers responded along with EMS, and on arrival at a residence, they were directed to the yard where they observed a male who was suffering from an injury to the neck.
Just hours later, police were called to a second stabbing incident in the Freeport area on Milton Street involving a group of young men. Reports indicate that the victim was attacked by several individuals who arrived in a vehicle. During the attack, 3 males were stabbed, resulting in the death of a 17-year-old male who succumbed to injuries while receiving medical treatment. The 2 other males involved were treated and released from the hospital.
After 3 a.m., police emergency received a call of an incident that took place on Milton Street in the area of a local nightclub. As a result of the information, officers were dispatched. However, on arrival, they received additional information that the persons who were involved in this incident were transported to the Rand Memorial Hospital by private vehicle.
Police say that these matters are under active investigation. However, suspects are being detained in both cases. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Shalia Roll.
2 men are behind bars after police recovered an illegal firearm during a vehicle search Saturday night. Officers say the arrest happened shortly after 7 p.m. on Reef Lane off Malcolm Road, when they became suspicious of 2 men inside a vehicle and conducted a search. During that search, police found a handgun and ammunition hidden under the passenger seat. A 32-year-old and a 39-year-old man were taken into custody. Investigations continue. Well, switching gears tonight, suicides in the Bahamas on the rise, with new figures showing a sharp increase in both deaths and attempts. Statistics show 16 suicides were recorded in 2025, up from 10 the year before. Attempted suicides also climbed, rising from 48 to 62 cases. Several of the incidents were reported on Abaco, where officials say multiple attempts have already been recorded this year. Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, says the lingering trauma from Hurricane Dorian continues to impact many residents, with some still battling post-traumatic stress disorder. He says the ministry is now training healthcare staff to better identify early warning signs of mental illness, allowing for quicker intervention and support.
We have been working very closely with the Psychological Association. We have run many workshops here in Abaco, and the work continues, not only on this island, but throughout the Bahamas. And Dorian affected even Grand Bahama. And we did not have the manpower resources in our ministry complete, so we partner with the private sector. And as we begin to roll out the new Mental Health Act, it's so robust and it's so big that we're bringing it into force in stages. Always remember that early last year, we graduated some 41 mental health nurses that are community-based, who have the ability for community support, early detection, and to address many of the chronic mental illnesses that exist in the community in a more systematic and appropriate way. So I'm glad that that is completed.
More health news for you tonight. The community of Maniwaki, Abaco, will soon have a new clinic filling what has been a years-long void for the residents on the island. Cleopatra Murphy has more.
It will service a critical healthcare need on Maniwaki, and in just under a month, the Ministry of Health and Wellness will assume responsibility for the Maniwaki Clinic. The new clinic on the site of the old facility that was torn down is located on the highest point of the island and features multiple examination rooms and a triage area, while there are also accommodations on the top floor for medical professionals working from the facility. Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, assessed the soon-to-be-open clinic Thursday.
The accommodations are excellent. The clinic is well structured for emergency cases, and we're working out the logistics. In the event, God forbid, that there's a real emergency, we could coordinate ground, sea, and air transportation to get that critical patient to New Providence at one of our tertiary healthcare facilities.
He says the new clinic has come about because of donations from numerous groups, including Direct Relief, the University of Miami, the Maniwaki community, and other philanthropic groups. The healthcare facility will be a part of the ministry's telemedicine program that Darville says will afford nurses access to doctors on mainland Abaco, in addition to emergency room staff in the capital or Grand Bahama once turned over.
We will be responsible for the manpower resources and the running of the clinic, and we will work in collaboration with the Manawa community to ensure that we provide an excellent product, not only for the residents, but tourists and other guests who come to this beautiful island.
Associate Director for Global Partnership and Operations at the University of Miami Global Institute, T.D. Bertrand Farmer, says since Hurricane Dorian in 2019, the university has been working with the Ministry of Health to support Abaco's rehabilitation. With regard to the clinic, it has contributed equipment and is prepared to do more.
The goal of the University of Miami Global Institute is to work with our partners on the ground to support the priorities that they have in delivering, the quality of care, the plan to their communities.
Darville says the Maniwaki Clinic and others in the Abaco chain will be managed by the administrator and senior nurses to ensure a smooth operation. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, some good news for those residents. Women recognized for their impact this International Women's Day. That story and more when we come back.
Downtown Nassau is coming alive thanks to the Tourism Development Corporation. The streets are cleaner and spaces are being reimagined for everyone to enjoy.
We're inviting Bahamians to help us get involved in entrepreneurship. Come and talk with us as the Tourism Development Corporation and help us to revitalize downtown and create opportunities for Bahamians.
With the revitalization efforts of TDC, it's a downtown you can see, feel, and be a part of.
Women across the Bahamas came together this weekend to celebrate faith, strength, and unity at a special International Women's Day service at the Church of God of Prophecy, East Street. Dressed in purple to symbolize justice and loyalty, attendees, including Governor General Dame Cynthia Pratt and members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, joined in worship and reflection on the progress of women's rights. Director of the Women's Ministry at the Church of God of Prophecy, East Street, Donna Delancey.
Today we are climaxing our weekend of International Women's Day 2026 under the global theme, Give to Gain. Women, we need each other and we need to support each other. And what we're trying to do is to foster that camaraderie based on the love of God and love for one another, to be there to lift each other up as we go through life changes and challenges.
Delancey urges women to embrace faith and their role in society.
The 21st century woman has to navigate through a lot of more issues in that you have a career, you're in the workplace, and you're rising up equally with the men. But you still have to remember that when you go home, if you're married, you have a husband to take care of, children to take care of, so it's more demanding. So this empowerment session that we had is really to get our women mentally and physically and spiritually prepared to navigate through all these various roles that we have to switch in a day.
Well, as Eleuthera's 2026 Business Outlook approaches, the island's business community now preparing to spotlight new development opportunities that could signal promising prospects for investors. Industry leaders say the event will offer key insight into economic growth, investment potential, and the future of business on the island. Lloyd Allen reports.
Eleuthera's Chamber of Commerce President Thomas Sands is optimistic about Eleuthera's economic potential as he looks toward the upcoming Business Outlook.
The Eleuthera Business Outlook will be held in Eleuthera on the 16th of April here at the Eleuthera Chamber of Commerce Business Hub behind us. And on the 17th of April, we'll go to Harbor Island.
He says infrastructural progress is being witnessed by Bahamas Striping's $100 million public-private partnership with the government, transforming roads across Central and South Eleuthera. He calls it a win-win, both for local businesses and investors.
It's been a long time coming. The level of growth that is taking place in Eleuthera is exceptional today, and it has to be supported by infrastructure. In fact, infrastructure should have come earlier. The visitor in their minds, as they see these improved roads, they're measured it compared to home. And if you drive in America, in some towns and so forth, in the cities, roads are now better than what they currently have. These investors who are investing long-term, mostly in high-end and luxury properties. And so in order for them to translate that into sales to customers and clients, I think the infrastructure and the growth of infrastructure and the roadworks help to convey the sense that that is taking place. In turn, that will trickle down to the Bahamian companies, local companies.
While recognizing the unique nature of the diverse economies of North, Central, and South Eleuthera, he believes this new era in development will catapult even greater investments to the island. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Progressive Liberal Party candidate for Killarney, Robin Dawn Lines, officially opened her campaign headquarters this weekend, calling the moment a humbling milestone in her political journey. Standing before supporters, Lines said seeing her name displayed throughout the headquarters was both emotional and motivating as she prepares for the road ahead.
I was looking around today, and I looked at the door, and I saw my name. I looked at some people's shirts, and I saw my name. I looked at the program, and I saw my name. And every time I saw my name, I was reminded of one thing. You can't do this on your own. You really can't do this on your own. Not anything to this magnitude. And whilst you may see my name, I'm only standing here because there are persons like you in this audience and others who have decided that what I want to do, what you think I'm able and capable of doing, is sufficient for you to take all of your gifts, all of your strength, your time, your energy, your efforts, and sacrifice it to get me to where you think I could be. It is one of the most humbling experiences of my entire existence. It really is.
Also drew support from Her Excellency Dame Marguerite Penling, who encouraged residents to ensure they are registered.
I'm all the way.
Yes, yes.
I also want to say to you, I don't know whether you realized just now, there were a few drops of rain falling just now. That means there are showers of blessings upon us. Eh? You registered? Your voter's card straight? It ain't no point coming out here in your blue and white if you ain't ready, because, you know, I don't back losers. So get ready. I'm on my way.
C.G. Glover Primary School putting literacy first. The institution launching a new initiative to boost students' reading skills. Senior Mistress at Adelaide Primary, Vanessa Charlton, and District Superintendent at the Western New Providence School District, Jermaine Butler, says the project will engage students, parents, and the wider community.
Well, the Ministry of Education has mandated by the age of 6 and 7, all grade 2, that they want all of the students in the Ministry of Education schools reading. So the Western New Providence District Primary School District decided that they would host something that will build the interest of our children, and not only our children, but our parents and the community at large.
We noticed the trend that all of our literacy subjects, there were improvement, and thus all the other subjects were also brought up. It is said that a 2% increase over a previous year is seen as success. And at the district level, in terms of the writing, the listening and speaking, the composition and the reading, we had a 17% improvement in the GLAT and in our district exams.
Well, congrats. Initiative highlighted the importance of championing our students and strengthening our community. Young author Alexis Victoria Mackey says writing builds student skills. She supports the T.G. Glover Primary Reading Project.
Here's the truth. God doesn't want us to just say yes once. He wants us to say it continuously. And the more we say yes to God, the more we get to win at life. And we cannot be outside of His will. And so saying yes just unpacks the value, the worth, the purpose behind our yes.
Sports is up next.
Unity. Bam, 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 bam. Feel the rhythm, feel the purpose, feel the power of togetherness. On Tuesday, March 24th at 9:30 a.m., the journey begins as the baton of camaraderie run ignites the spirit of the GSSSA schools of New Providence. From campus to campus, junior to senior high, the baton will travel through our government schools, symbolizing unity, teamwork, respect, and shared responsibility. Each handoff tells a story. Each stride carries pride. Each school plays a role. Rat-a-tat. That's not just the beat, that's the sound of schools connected. That's the sound of New Providence moving as one. The journey builds, the energy rises. And on Thursday, March 5th, the final exchange will be made to the Minister of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, officially ushering in the opening of the GSSSA 2026 Track and Field Championships. This is more than a run. It's a message. It's a movement. It's New Providence standing together for its youth. Baton of camaraderie run, fueling the nation through youth athletics. The road to GSSSA 2026 begins here. New Providence, pass it strong, run it proudly, carry it together.
Welcome to your stress-free Sunday Sports Check. I'm Eugene Stewart. Well, the country's top junior and senior golfers wrapping up competition at this year's 2026 Bahamas National School Golf Championships at the Sports Center Golf Academy. In the end, it would be Windsor School capturing the title and becoming three-time champions. Tonight, we hear from Athletics Director Katie Roach and Roisin Scanlon on the accomplishments.
Last year was an incredible showing for Windsor. We fielded 4 teams in all 4 divisions, and we won all 4 of those divisions. We knew this year would be a challenge to repeat that success, but we're still very proud to have fielded all 4 teams. We were able to defend our senior boys, senior girls, junior boys titles, and our junior girls had an impressive second-place finish behind QC. Obviously, congratulations to QC for their championship performance in the junior girls division. It was fun and exciting for both teams to go head-to-head, and we congratulate them for being victorious.
I was really pleased with how I played over the past 2 days, especially considering that this was my first tournament since last season, which had been 6 months ago. I was patient and I managed the course well, and I was able to put together 2 pretty consistent rounds. And overall, I'm happy with how I performed and how I handled myself and the challenge of returning back to competitive golf.
In track and field news, as the country prepares for the most anticipated meet of the year, we hear from Coach Jason Edwards on what to expect from the St. Augustine's College Big Red Machine ahead of competition.
I'm confident. I feel good about the team. I always feel good about the team. It's just got to go and execute. But I have a good feeling, and I think we're prepared to take back our championship.
The BAISS Track and Field Championships are set to get underway from the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium beginning tomorrow. And finally, in tennis action, the John McEnroe Tennis Center at Bahama wrapping up its 2-week series of UTR junior tournaments this past weekend. More than 30 junior players taking part each weekend, competing for valuable UTR points, while also gaining important match play experience against new opponents. The event providing a competitive environment for young athletes to continue developing their skills while identifying areas for improvement in their game. Tournament organizers Deron Donaldson and former national standout Nikita Fountain describing the 2-weekend series as a tremendous success, while noting that additional junior training opportunities and competitive events are planned in the months ahead. From the final weekend, Tatiana Madu capturing the under-16 yellow ball title, defeating Sanaj Watkins 2-4, 4-0, and 10-6 to secure a back-to-back wins in the event. In the 12 and under green ball division, Finlay Bacon also claiming back-to-back titles with straight-set wins over Ashod Gallion 4-0 and 4-0. And in the 10 and under orange ball final, Leo DiPuccio defeating James Fernandez 4-1 and 4-1. And that's been your stress-free Sunday Sports Check. I'm Eugene Stewart. Enjoy your weekend.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales here at CBS Bahamas. When it comes to hardware or home improvement items, we guarantee the lowest prices. That's our price match guarantee. If you find anything we sell for a lower price anywhere in the Bahamas, let us know about it. We will beat that price. We want your business. Shop at CBS Bahamas or cbsbahamas.com.
I'm here at the Dixon Hill Lighthouse in San Salvador to let you know that marine protected areas make dollars and cents. A well-designed and managed network of protected areas can generate income for nearby communities. From MPA managers to lodges to eco-tours, there is money to be made.
Healthy marine ecosystems help to protect our islands from climate change and other impacts that we cannot control. Healthy coral reefs help to break down big waves, and mangroves absorb storm surge and help to protect our coastline.
Older and larger fish tend to carry more and healthier eggs than younger fish. Fish replenishment areas will allow fish to grow bigger and ensure that we have more fish now and in the future.
In a replenishment area, fish are free to grow and reproduce. As their populations increase, more fish will spill over into other areas where fishermen can increase their catch and their income.
I support the establishment of a marine protected area on my island.
I support the establishment of marine protected areas on my island.
I support the establishment of marine protected areas on my island.
I support the establishment of a marine protected area on my island, and you should too.
And you should too.
And you should too.
And you should too.
See the future with Bahamas Protected.
Abuse, domestic violence, suicidal tendencies. Are you being stressed out from these problems? Call the national hotline at 422-2763 or 322-2763. There are trained social workers available 24 hours to help you. Know that you are not alone in this.
Time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Basil Dean joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Desmond. Area of high pressure continues to produce breezy conditions across the island, but outside of our studios just now, we are under partly cloudy skies. The temperature 82 degrees here, relative humidity at 69%. We have east-southeast winds at 14 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,018.1 millibars. That is 30.06 inches. And your temperatures around the islands: Marsh Harbor 82 degrees, 81 in Green Tulkey. Also Freeport, Grand Bahama at 82. The Berry Islands 79. Allenstown, Bimini 78 degrees, and then we're picking up some 78s also in Harbor Island. Rock Sound, Eleuthera, a little warmer at 82. Alderstown, Cat Island 84. 82 in Black Point, Exuma, also in Camps Bay, South Andros. They're reporting 82 degrees there as well. Fresh Creek, Central Andros 80 degrees. 82 in Georgetown, Exuma. Rim Key and San Salvador, 84 degrees, 82 in Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Maguana, 84, Acklands, 84, Matthew, Tiny, Nagua, and the Turks and Caicos Islands, they are at 79 degrees. And your boating forecast in the northwestern and central islands tonight through tomorrow. Those winds will remain east to southeast at 12 to 18 knots, and your wave heights 3 to 6 feet. Hence, that caution flags will continue for the northwestern and central islands into tomorrow. Now, the high tide, that will occur at 24 minutes past midnight, with the low tide taking place at 6:49 tomorrow morning. And for the southeastern islands, right through Monday, easterly winds still strong at 15 to 25 knots. Rough sea conditions at 5 to 8 feet over the ocean. So we advise the small boaters in the southeastern Bahamas to exercise extreme caution. And our satellite pictures showing that mid-level troughing producing some scattered showers around the central and southeastern islands, and that will continue through tomorrow as well. Meanwhile, high pressure continues to dominate the northwestern parts of our country with drier conditions. Breezy this evening, otherwise partly cloudy and warm with a low temperature around 74 degrees. And tomorrow, we're looking at mostly sunny, still breezy, high temperature 83 degrees, and the extended weather forecast unfolding like this. The breezy conditions will be with us right into Wednesday with lots of sunshine during the daytime. Those nights are going to be quite comfortable, low 70s for the greater part. And as we head into the weekend, we'll start to see temperatures drop in once again into the 60s. And yet another late season frontal system pushes through late on Friday night, heading into Saturday morning. Desmond.
Pretty good. That ends the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching. Have a good night and a safe week.
At Bahama Boulevard, I'm Sean Innes. This is ZNS.
In this 21st century, a resonant voice cries out for the empowerment of the poor, reinstatement of the outcasts, restoration of the abused, and the simple preaching and teaching of the gospel to stimulate victorious Christian living.
I'm telling you, God is able.
Camp Road Ministries presents Practical Principles for Successful Christian Living, a program designed to develop the whole man through spiritual enrichment, promoting healthy lifestyles, encouraging education, and training ambassadors to spread the gospel, building lives one person at a time.
Power to walk right, power to talk right, power to act right, power!
Welcome to Practical Principles for Successful Christian Living. We are so glad you've joined us today for another time of inspiration, encouragement, and practical teaching from the Word of God. Pastor Butler will be speaking